Welcome back. Now that you know what type of business you're going to launch online and have thought about what to name it, let's work on figuring out who your customer is. In Lesson 2, we'll talk about who your customer is and why it's important to have a clear vision of who they are. The more detailed and focused your customer description is, the more focused your product or service development becomes, as well as your marketing, advertising, and PR. The broader your customer description is, the more likely you are to misjudge what they want. You'll spend time and money recreating your business to find out. To start, imagine who this customer is who will buy your product, use your service, or subscribe to your content. This exercise actually has a name. We call it creating personas. Personas are made up of characters that you create to represent the different customer types you think will buy from you. I actually love this part of business planning because it will give you examples of people you and your team can refer to as you make real business decisions. You'll give your personas names, for instance, Maria, Dana, and Carlos. When you write content or copy for your website, you'll be thinking, will Dana understand this the way I've written it? Or when you're developing products or services for your business, you'll ask yourself, are these right for Carlos? When designing both your website and your products, you'll be able to use a manageable and memorable cast of 3 to 4 personas to focus your decisions rather than considering thousands of opinions from all of your potential customers. Personas really help you make decisions that are right for your business. Let's look at a few examples. This first example was done for a coffee shop business. Right away, you can see by the picture of Anna that she's a young professional. Just look at her polished jacket. This coffee shop owner likely went online and searched images of 20-something-year-old women until they found a photo that looks like a person that they can imagine walking into their coffee shop or shopping with them online. And then you can see there's a whole description of a day in the life of Anna. You'll see an important detail in there. She lives on coffee. You can see details about Anna's background, her finances, and her online behaviors, which become important to any business owner when they start to pay for ads online. If I'm this coffee shop owner, I'm focusing my ads on Instagram rather than all the other social platforms because Instagram is her main social activity. Under what she's looking for, we get an idea of the type of coffee shop that would appeal to her. A place to decompress and a quiet place to study. The business owner is thinking about Anna and giving her these attributes. The business owner is also researching who goes to her competitor's coffee shop. What are the competitor's customers like? Does the business owner hope to lure them away, or is the business owner creating a wholly different type of coffee shop? We can see that Anna is influenced by friends and colleagues rather than famous people. And she seems to read a lot and not watch a lot of TV. And she likes magazines, blogs, articles, and design publications. Well, if I owned this coffee shop, I would put some energy into writing a blog that has articles that Anna reads about her interests and then shares with her network. We'll talk more about blogs in the lessons ahead. And we can see that she likes brands like Starbucks, H&M, West Elm, and Target. So I should consider how these brands advertise. What I would find is they all have very straightforward messaging. If I do create ads, say for Facebook, then I would make sure to keep them clear and simple to appeal to Anna. And she has hopes and dreams. One that stands out is to not have to worry about finances. I bet a loyalty card where she gets a free cup of coffee after 10 cups would appeal to Anna. I hope you're beginning to see how personas like this can help you make real decisions to build your business and reach your customers. Let's look at a few more. This persona is for an online bookstore. You see it looks completely different from Anna's. That's because there are many ways to design a persona. Let's look at what they have in common. First, there's a picture of nerdy Nina. Whereas Anna's title represented her occupation, student, this design captures Nina's personality. Nina embraces her nerdy side. Anna's quote was, "I need to be able to go somewhere to relax," refocus and get inspired without breaking the bank. And Nina's is, the book is way better than the movie. Nina is 100% about books. For an online book business, there could be another persona who dislikes giant booksellers like Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. Their quote might be, "I'm all about small businesses." The online book persona is shorter than the coffee shop persona, but it still has key information that will help the business owner, for instance, Nina's age, her job, and family life. And this persona lists her goals. Nina wants to discover new books and find unique stories. We also learn that she's frustrated by missing the release date of books, keeping track of her favorite book series, and making space in her home for new books. As the online bookstore owner, I could plan to do regular email campaigns to keep my nerdy Ninas aware of launches, new books, new authors, and so on. I could do a blog about book storage and the best bookshelves. One important thing Nina's persona is missing is her preferred social media platforms. Where does Nina spend her time on social? Knowing where your customers spend time online is necessary to focus where you best spend money on ads. Let's turn to our last example of a persona. You'll notice it's completely different than the first two. It's very visual and freeform. This persona features two people, Mario, the studio consultant, and Eliza, the PR manager. MailChimp, an email marketing business you might be familiar with, did these personas. You can see that they took a very creative approach to their personas and went very visual. The photo chosen for Mario shows him dressed, ready to go to the office, and we see he has a creative flair with his hat and multiple stripe combo in his shirt and vest. His style is playful and creative while still saying office. Turning to Eliza, we can see that she's very well groomed. Her hair is blown out and curled, and we also see a full-on tattoo. Tattoos don't work in all office environments, but are totally accepted in creative work environments. We don't have their exact ages or see their home life, but we can see they're millennials and can draw assumptions about how their life outside of work is. So for a business that solves mass emailing in fun, creative ways, MailChimp might not need all the details to align their business thinking to work for Mario and Eliza. So what's the takeaway? MailChimp is targeting customers who are educated, career-oriented, independent problem solvers, creative people in marketing and management who are trying to overcome old office and build business culture. The MailChimp team can use these personas to ask questions that test their ideas of their customers. Like, would Mario like using our website? Is it smart and creative enough? Should we make it more playful and more irreverent for Eliza? The point is that the photos you pick and the details in them are important. They go a long way in explaining who your customer is. For the student activity to prepare you to build your personas for this week's assignment, please take 15 minutes and use the persona worksheet provided to fill in data for one of your business's personas. There's space to fill in up to 3 to 4 personas.